pew pew machine gun. So I just wanted to do a quick update on my build guide. So far, as you saw already in the video, we do a lot of more damage now when it comes to boss damage, like single target damage. And that is thanks to our secondary weapon, which is the crossbow. So I go over everything what changed so far in terms of my latest video. The latest video is also more about the starting point when I started to switch to CI. So I really recommend to watch it when you want to switch to CI, because I go in every detail about every ammo piece we wear and how everything starts and how you, when you do the switch, do it the easiest way to get you prepared for everything when you start to do CI. I will put the link down below so you guys have it directly in terms of the video, but today I really wanted to talk more about the upgrades so far. So speaking of more single target damage, that is our crossbow. We have it in a secondary weapon and we do that just for boss kills. We have also two new gems for that. So first of all is it the hailstorm rounds, and then that comes with the crossbow. That's a requirement. So I go just quickly over these two. The rest you also have that in the first video. Nothing else changed, just that two. So that comes with the crossbow. So we have concentrated area, we have rapid attacks, cold attunement, and elemental armament. That is for the recruit. And then we have also another one, which is the hailstorm rounds. Hailstorm rounds, we put elemental elements in, concentrated area, cold attunement, hourglass, and ice bite. So how do we use the crossbow? Because that is a bit different to just like shooting a nice shot, right? So what we do is, I have a now middle mouse button. You need to load this hailstorm rounds. Now, as you can see, that changed too. So that is our normal crossbow shot. And as soon as you load your rounds, it looks like this also, and you shoot the rounds. So when we see a boss, we place our war banner, and then we start with our hailstorm rounds and shoot them, which is really great because they do directly start and you don't need to do anything else. So as soon as they started, we switch then to Requiem and just shoot away. Just mind that Requiem needs to be in radius, right? Anguish impact within a 2.4 meter radius of the target. So we need to be really close to the boss. So again, we do the hailstorm rounds, then we switch to that one, and then we just shoot away. And that in seconds the boss melts down. Just also keep in mind, when you reload again, this loads up, right? So you can't do that forever. At some point it's going empty. But overall the boss shouldn't last that long. Besides that, I just had a bigger upgrade with the Headhunter. That's around 40 divine in hardcore at the moment. Besides that, there's not much in terms of upgrades. The same equipment I used to, that is just a skin, so it's still energy and not the lightning call. I just put here, that is only smaller upgrade, also physical to attacks in it, and not just an increased energy shield. Coming to that crossbow, we put one in, which is increased physical, and one rune is the Pharaoh's rune, to increase attack against rare and unique monsters. So that is a lot of good damage for us in terms of boss damage. Just keep in mind when you read everything here, sacrifice life is not life to not consume the last bolt when firing. Don't worry, sacrifice means you can't reduce your life below 1. So we will not die in CI, as you already saw, right? Everything is fine and dandy. Just that you guys are aware. So overall, when we look at that crossbow, which is really important, of course, is increased physical damage. Attack speed is really nice to get that high. So I have 19 at the moment. And the reduced reload speed should be also. So 50 to 40% would be really good to have. I corrupted it once and I got chaos damage on it, so that is not what we are looking for. So the best outcome would be increased elemental damage, but which is also really great is attack speed on it. I corrupted once, also one which got here, just attack speed here up and the physical increased. This is also really nice. I think the best outcome is really to get an additional elemental damage, but yeah, that is kind of like min-max crafting, right? So everything else helps. So if you want to corrupt it, just be sure you get your 2 runes in, and it's 20% before you click on corrupt. When you corrupt without an omen of corruption, that is fine. And the worst thing what can happen is that it just does nothing, right? So if you don't have a lot of currency and not a backup for it, just do that in the beginning, and later on you can do that with a bit currency, so you buy a orb of corruption and you have a backup. That's so far from the upgrades. In terms also on weapon swap, there's not much, because you can't really, here when you look into it, can't really do a mistake here, because eyeshot is just for a bow and our hailstone rounds are just for a crossbow, so it switches automatically. So we don't need to be aware of anything we need to switch here, so that is good. Besides that, I just had a bit also on level ups, right? So there's really nice also here with doing flask effect as an example. Before I did the first video, I didn't have that. So if you now, I don't use mana remnants anymore, so I use my mana flask, which gives me then also increased attack damage. So I go just also quickly over what I use. So Mirage, Deadeye, called shots is from our Ascendancy. There we already go through. We didn't change Ice Shot or any gem support gems. Just I got an 21 Ice Shot now from Corruption, plus my global modifiers, and plus 1 from support, so it's 25. So what you do when you don't have a level, so when you have a level 20 and you found one, you take a level, I don't know what you have a lot, like 17, 15, 14, it doesn't matter. Normal skill gem, do an Ice Shot out of it, then you do 20% on it, you do a perfect javel, so it is a 6 link, and then you do a corruption on it. And until that gets a plus level from corruption. And then you put it in, and when it's level 15 or 14, it doesn't matter, because then you use your level 20 you found, and you put your level 20 on it. So it directly gets level 20, then you have the plus 1 from corruption. So it doesn't change, so you can change it with the corruption on it, right? So that's really important, because some people doesn't know that. And it is a lot less cost than you do that with a level 20 all the time, right? So if I needed, like, I was really unlucky, like 10 to 15 shots to get that Ice Shot on level 21 with corruption. So that would be way more expensive when I would have level 20 all the time. So just so you guys know. Important also when you do like here, socket it in, like freezing mark or ice shot, that is totally fine. You don't need these 6 links here, right? Because it's socketed in. So there we just need the quality on 20, and then we valid and we wait until it's get a +1 as an example here. That is just level 19 because I just found one level 20. So yeah, the rest is the same. So we have Herald of Ice, Hailstorm Round, I already talked about it, War Banner, we place for the boss, and the Convalences, which gives us restart directly Energy Shield. Later on, when you found as like really endgame also an amulet with plus projectiles and spirit on it, then yes, we can also use that, which costs us 30 spirit this time of need. That is just not life recovery here. For us in CI, it's just nice because it removes elemental ailments. So when you burn, right, it's directly gone. And that is a bit annoying when you do CI because you can't do anything about it, or you have like a charm in it. But yeah, that's kind of like it for my upgrade. Definitely now it's really good in terms of boss damage. Overall, you can also look into my Mobalytics. You have not just a leveling guide, you have also my version here, which is the CI version with the crossbow. I put also the same version with snipe in it. So for people who like UU snipe, I just don't like it personally, but it's just like playstyle, right? So you can also play that with snipe. And then there's also a crit version, so you don't use that crossbow I have and the Lion's Eye Glare Heavy Bow, you just use a really good rare one with a lot of crit, right? So you can also play it just with crit and not flat elemental, how I do it. So that's kind of like the 3 bigger version for endgame you can choose from. Both are really good with CI, you can also play it without it. But I, as a hardcore player, just like the CI more. It just gives me more defense. Yeah, but everything else I put in the link below, my POB, everything. And I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe, would really appreciate that. And see you soon, Exiles.